What's up, guys? Got a pretty neat little rock here today. This is, as you can probably tell by the title, some Tallahatta agate. And you can see right through that thing. I mean, it is just kind of the craziest looking stuff. Now, it doesn't just come in this gray. It also comes in kind of an amber color. This is just a raw piece. And it is just, the whole thing is translucent. Also I think this is the only other piece of it that I have. Kind of like some reddish orange, just like straight caramel. Just the neatest stuff. I got this from my good old buddy, B-O-B-B-Y. Most of you know who I'm talking about. And I was lucky enough, I don't know, a couple years ago to get my hands on it. And I made him a few points here and there out of various materials, mostly Tallahatta quartzite. But to get some, Tallahatta agate is just super duper uncommon. So don't really know what I want to make yet, but I want to try to define our shape just a little bit more. We already have it pretty thin. You can tell I've been working on it off camera a little bit. Mostly because I wanted to make sure I could bypass a lot of the seams, and I want to make sure it would be a good video for us all. All right, now that would be good for indirect. So let's see here. Let me get my indirect stick. Got my jeans on today, so should be a little bit better. I'm gonna angle this down here. See my toes and my flip-flops. I like having a little thick pad like this, and then a little bopper. And I don't know how well this will run, but actually, it looks like it might not run exactly how I'm wanting it to. So may just kind of isolate a little bit further and try to get a little bit closer before I do anything too crazy. Yeah, it's probably a safe bet. Now maybe? All right. So that ran all the way to right there. So that was a really nice strike. And this stuff is just the coolest looking stuff. It looks gray, and technically the color is gray. But to know just how uncommon this material is, I mean, good luck trying to find it. I know some who have, but to find a good quality piece is just so hard to come by, from what I've been told. And then to be able to find actual artifacts from it is, man, what a privilege that would be. I think I've seen some online. There's some videos, you can probably type it in, of Tallahatta agate being found. Stuff that the natives have made from it. Pretty cool to see. Again, it comes in different varieties, different colors, but usually one of the trademarks is that it's super duper translucent, and often you can find it attached to Tallahatta heads, which is generally why it's associated with Tallahatta. Now, in my opinion, it's basically like a coastal plains chert that's like super dense and, well, agate, to kind of steal that term. But just really neat stuff. It comes in layers, kind of like jasper, but it naps just like agate. It's also called Tallahatta chert. You may find some names where it's listed under that instead. Whatever you wish to call it, the stuff is pretty doggone cool. And I certainly wish I had more. Check that out. That is the most translucent, I mean, besides glass, that is just, wow. Just some unbelievable stuff. Like I said, I got this probably 3-4 years ago. It's been a long time. Nonetheless, let's see what we can make from it. Who knows whether this thing will hold up or not. Still some kind of undetermined areas to see. Okay, is this gonna hold up or is it not? So we gotta roll through some deep waters here to try to make sure we get something from it. So if I zone out a little bit, y'all just have to forgive me. Let's hope this does well here. I think it did okay. Did that peel off? Yeah, it did. Typical of old Tallahatta. Hinge out and then you can just peel it off. This one kind of has a purplish tone to it. Let's see here. Now, points out of Tallahatta agate. What has been found? Well, you find some Alabama styles, some Louisiana styles. This may catch a little more than I want. No, I did good. Found some Mississippi styles. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Still trying to get this a little bit more even. If I could make a lost lake from this and kind of get me a redemption point from the last one I broke, now that would be pretty epic. I don't know if that's what I want to go for yet, but that would be really cool. Did that peel off? Yeah, it did. Okay, good. We have the base for it. Just saying. By the way, don't know if I've said it, but generally I like to say I hope that y'all had a good day. It's Sunday. Don't know if you're a Christian or not, but I am, and without God I wouldn't be here, so I made sure to go to church this morning and worship Him and praise Him. I don't know what you got going on today. You may say, oh, this isn't a religion channel. It's not. But it's part of who I am, and it is a channel about my doings. So, got to throw that in there. He's everything. That was a really good strike, by the way. Now I gotta see. I do this thing where I get it too thin. Let's see here. Okay, I think that's where it actually starts a new layer. So I gotta be very careful. So, like I said, it's kind of like Jasper. it'll have some layers to it. Okay, let's go on. Marshall, back up, please. You're right in the flake zone, my man. There we go. Now that was good. That was good right there. I like that one. As my voice cracks 1,000 times. I have to use my voice on Sunday. That's part of it. So you'll usually, if it's a Sunday and I'm posting a clip, you'll get some. You'll inevitably. Let me move this here. You will inevitably get some voice cracks. Generally, I'm a pretty reserved person, pretty quiet. Don't really talk too awful much. So whenever I do talk a lot, well, my voice will be burnt for however long. Okay, this is kind of a rough one to have to hit. I don't like it. I have a feeling it's going to hinge 4 ways to. Yeah, it's just one of those layers. It's unfortunate. You know, that can be thin enough. Like, I don't have to, especially with how that's kind of acting a fool on me. Yeah, how about I just let that be it? And the flatter side, I'm just going to bevel it down on that one. So this slightly hillier side doesn't look so hilly. I don't know if that makes sense. It does to me. All right, let's thin out this bottom here. May actually break out the old copper. Who would have thought? Peel down. Not really trying to do anything too crazy here, but I don't want the back of this to be flat. All right. Well, I want to be flat like straight across, but I don't want to be flat like I'm doing a cross section on a square edged axe. Hopefully I said that with enough enunciation there. There we go. Now, am I going to be able to pull it off? Can I do it? Well, this material is going to be way worse to do it on than the one I was working yesterday. But, I mean, got to start sometime, I reckon. I think I'm going to pull it over that way, so I'll just start here. Get us brand new horseshoe nail. Let's see, that one's not brand new. This one's new. It's a little rusty, but it's new. Put this down, put that there. So now we're just gonna notch this joker. That's the plan. I don't know how the plan will work out, but I guess we'll find out together, huh? Right on that opening. And it did pop out. And it didn't do anything wild, but it did give us a notch. Okay. Yeah, I just don't foresee this happening here. I foresee another stem point in the near future. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. Yeah, that's just not gonna work. That's just not gonna work. It's just how this thing is, this material. Let me get in here real quick. To make an Abbey point. I don't really want to make an Abbey point. Get this. I can thin it out further. Via a strike like that, but that would make a good citrus point. That kind of does look citrusy. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could. Haven't made a citrus. Let me think on it here. I really wanted to do a kind of a lost. I still can. Let me get a little bit heftier bumper here. See, that poked out fine. I guess I'll just do it, and then if it messes up, I'll make something else. Does that sound like a plan? But you can't judge me too bad, because I already called how terrible this stuff is. That notching. Oh, that did really well. Worst comes to worst, I'll just make a harden. I never really make a harden. It's always like a byproduct of a, ooh, that was nice, of like a broken stem or clay point or something. Generally, that's how mine come about. Could make a clay from this, but started a little bit too in the corner. Yeah, see, just took too much of a gouge. There's not much you can do with that. To make a Hillsborough, to make a Noonan. A Noonan would be cool. I like a Noonan. Oh, should go sit down somewhere, buddy. Go lay. Yeah. And I could still make a lost lake. I mean, I don't know. How about a Noonan, all right? How about a Noonan? I think that would look good. I really do. I think it would. So let's maybe go for that. There have been some Tallahatta Noonans. I don't know about Tallahatta Agates, but there has been Tallahatta Noonans. It just gets me started there. Oh, this light is in my face. Get out, get out. There we are. I don't know if that's any better for y'all. So just gonna use a pressure flaker here. Make some nice little notches. And get us a nice little nooning. Just kind of hoping that might peel off. Okay. Now that can be cleared from right here. Yep. I shouldn't have worn jeans. It's getting so hot out here. I typically wear them because I'm trying to be a little modest here, guys, but goodness, it's hot. It's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Kind of took a little much off the edge there. It'll be fine. Could make a Hillsborough too, but in my opinion, it's not thin enough. And it makes it a little more even. Alrighty. We're getting it together, folks. We're getting it together. It's coming together, slowly but surely. It's coming together. There's you a motorcycle. There's always something on yonder making some noise, messing me up, or trying to. I could roll it over. I need to roll that up a little bit more. Everyone's trying to be loud these days with their vehicles and their motorcycles and their trucks. Hey, y'all do you, but that is not for me. Y'all can be as loud as you want to, as long as I can still post a YouTube video. There you go. That's the philosophy. Let's get a sharp tip on this thing, or let's try. Definitely some finicky stuff here. not my go-to material per se, or wouldn't be with how well it's working, or how unwell it's working. But then again, I guess you know, I'm not a big fan of working obsidian. I just don't prefer doing it for me, and it worked really good. But then again, there's the other spectrum, and I'd maybe somewhere in the middle. That's what I'll know. Yeah, this is challenging. Symmetry wise, and because it's dense. This is some raw stuff here. Okay, keep drawing it in for symmetry's sake. See, this is where that line is in the stone. Not lion, but line. I just don't know if we can fully get over it. Maybe we leave it in there for character. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. That'll be one of them character things. To show the hard work I put in. When I initially picked this piece up, y'all didn't see what it originally looked like, but it looked like it wouldn't nap at all. This particular spa. It really didn't. By the way, I'm thinking about posting something for sale kind of every video. I know y'all are like, what? I got a lot of stuff that, particularly old video points that just kind of sitting. I figured, well, if y'all wanted them, you could have them. So I'll mention something about that in a little bit. Now don't go skipping to the end now, because I may do it before the end. Could do it right now. And those of you who jumped would be out of luck. Out of luck. Dadgum, that's translucent. Let's do a little bit more work on it. Let's try to tidy it up a little more. Yeah, let's sharpen it a tad. Now, if y'all want to see me work the amber pieces, maybe I can. I might opt to heat them up though. Because they can be such a challenge raw. It looks purple sitting right there. But it did. The cool thing about this is I feel like Native Americans would have really used it because of just how dense it is. With like its structural integrity seems to be really strong, like for what it is. Like that tip seemed like it was still strong even though it's thin. If that makes any sense. Go away, Flake. I don't want you messing with me. There we go. Okay. Okay. Base looks good. Just got to tidy up the edges, looks like. Oh yeah, that tip's strong. It is strong. Now granted, this is where I can get in some trouble here. So I better just stick with making it symmetrical and not do anything too fancy. If I go around making it too fancy, I might regret it. But I want to do a little bit at least. Go. All right. Looks pretty solid. Go down this side one more time. Make sure it's symmetrical on both sides. All right, so we got one side done. I gotta do the other. Now this other side bows in a little bit more, so I may need to rework the other side just a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, it definitely comes in a bit sharper, for sure. May need to change a lot here. Let's see. Let's start just by bringing this in. That hit me right square in the glasses. Let's see here. Well, to be sharp. See how I shifted? The tip was on the pad and I didn't want to allow it to have any pressure on it, so I just shifted it where I wasn't on the pad no more. Maybe a tad more in this area here. Bear with me, we're getting there. tough material. Goodness. All right. Let's allow that to be about it. That tip is strong. Yeah, I don't want to fool with it too awful much more. Anyway, so Mr. Bobby Davis, you're going to have first shot at this if you want it. And if not, I'll just open it up to everybody else. But pretty cool material. I think it's neat. Pretty neat. Nice little Noonan. 40 minutes. I'll take it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Straight up. All the way see-through. Just a neat little point. Yeah, I enjoyed making it. Not really. It was tough. But there we go. Tallahatta Agate. Arrowhead. For the books. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.